Hi, I'm John Yeager for Positively Northwest. I hope you've had a chance today to sit back and enjoy the spirit of the season and celebrate the birth of Christ. In the next half hour, what we're going to try to do is capture that spirit of the season in some of the Christmas stories that we've told on Positively Northwest over the past couple of years. The first one is about a very special Christmas house on the city's north side that you can't miss if you drive by. This story is about the man that makes it so.
Rest, ye merry gentlemen, but not Randy Michaels. For Randy, there is no time for rest. This Christmas, like the last 24, he is busy decorating his parents' home on Spokane's north side.
I work pretty much every spare minute I have, besides my, job, full-time job, starting about October 1st until the first part of December when I put it up.
It takes him almost 400 hours a year, building wooden sets covered with cellophane, aluminum foil, fluorometallic sheeting, 100 sets of Christmas lights, at a cost per year.
Pretty much like $1,000 is what you're looking at.
As a hairdresser, he gets $15 a head for his work.
I just like to see other people happy.
This he does for free.
I guess you'd say it's my gift.
Support from his parents has helped. A snowman headed for the front yard has kept his mom from doing the wash for a couple of days, but it's all paid off. Randy's won 4 citywide contests for his Christmas design so far, but that's not why he does it.
Sometimes I feel like Mr. Goody Two-Shoes trying to make the whole world seem beautiful, but what's wrong with that?
Nothing. If you ask the hundreds of drivers who slow down for a look at his work, even before it's finished.
I have people that I know now that used to come by when they were younger, and now they bring their own children by. I mean, I feel really honored and proud that I can stir that in people.
And feels like a kid who's never grown up, who still has no time to rest.
You got to make your own sunshine.
John Yeager, News 4, Positively Northwest. If there is a holy sound on earth, it is the ringing of the bells. The healing and the hurting come here to the Immaculate Heart Retreat to get closer to the voice of God and closer to their faith.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
And closer to one man who lives here, strong with voice and strong with faith.
But let's thank God for the many times that He has taken His suffering away from us, the times that He has healed us.
He reaches out with both.
I'm Father Jim Perron, and I'm an African missionary. Let us pray.
Even as a 7-year-old boy growing up in Hartford, Connecticut, he knew he wanted one day to be a priest.
And I began there in 1959 after my ordination, and I went directly to Liberia.
He served God for 5 years there, and then 20 years in the inner city of Los Angeles, and through 2 open-heart surgeries.
Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy. Christ, have mercy. Christ, have mercy.
He has lived here at Immaculate Heart for the past 2 years, working with retreat groups like this one.
And I just wanted to give him an assignment. So I said, Paul, would you mind praying over the body at the funeral home?
Never from behind a pulpit, always using humor.
And so we went to the mortuary, and have you ever seen a mortician? And I love morticians to some degree.
It is as if this was a stage.
Humor, I think, is absolutely indispensable. You know, in the lives of people, religion should be happy. We talk about God as great God, wonderful God, And yet very often what people see of the kind of God we show to them is a very somber, kind of grouchy person. And that's not God at all for me. And one thing I want to tell you, that the first sign of good health, the first sign that you're on your way to good health, is a sense of humor. If I can get people to smile and laugh and to relate to a God who is merciful and loving and happy, I've done it all.
For Father James Perrone, God not only shows mercy and love, but he likes jazz music as well. But here at places like the Chinese Gardens on Spokane's east side, they don't call him Father James Perrone. Here, they call him Buddy James. He got his stage name from his dad when he started playing professionally at the age of 9.
He took my nickname, which was Buddy, and my first name, James, and he put them together. When I play somewhere, I'll meet people there, and it's just it's a place I can go where other priests can't.
Music has always taken him where others cannot go.
When I was in Africa, when I spoke none of the dialect in some of the villages, I would take out a clarinet or play the saxophone, and immediately I had the people.
With these holy sounds, he gets closer to that voice of God and closer to his faith.
The God I know is a swinging God. You know, he really is. The best way I pray is through music. When I'm playing jazz, I'm praying.
Father Jim Perrone has simply found a way to harmonize. John Yeager, News 4, Positively Northwest.
Buddy James, ladies and gentlemen.
The spirit of the season is certainly reflected in Christmas trees, isn't it? One of my favorite traditions this time of year is, just like you, go out and cut a Christmas tree, bring it home and decorate it. Just sit back and enjoy it. But what about the guy who sells them? What is Christmas like for him?
My name's Jeff Whitbroad, and I just sell Christmas trees.
For the past 5 years, from Santa Fe to Oakland to Spokane, Jeff's been selling that little piece of Christmas we all take home on the top of the car.
Honey, you need a tree? Yeah. Good.
Not too big.
Oh, did you buy here last year?
No.
Oh, they look familiar. All the trees are $9.95, okay, except for what's on this rack. This is $5.
2 weeks ago, this lot at 37th and Grand was packed with hundreds of trees.
Well, let's see. Now
They went for 20 bucks a piece.
This one's got pretty stiff branches.
Tonight, what you see
Yeah, feel this one.
is what he gets.
Well, I've sold in Santa Fe before, and people in Santa Fe just didn't care as long as it was green. And here, they're real particular about, what color green, what type, if they want a Doug fir, they don't want an alpine fir. Well, they're all $9.95 at this point.
Jeff drove his family here in this camper, all the way from Eureka in northwest Montana. The kids don't have a Christmas tree in the living room. The forest in their lot will have to do. Jeff says he hasn't had a tree of his own for 12 years now.
Is that the one? Okay. Can I give you a fresh cut on the bottom? This poor tree's getting cut to death. But it's already dead. Right about there, I guess.
He's always too busy,
All right, thank you much.
just trying to keep the customer satisfied with that little piece of Christmas.
Hate to take all your money.
Well, grows on trees, didn't you know?
Relatively speaking, I guess it does. I mean, this isn't Christmas. This is just a job. When this is over, Christmas starts, sort of. How you doing tonight?
Looks like better than you are.
Oh, I don't know. Doing pretty good. Y'all need a tree?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you came to the right spot. They're all $9.95, except for what's on the
John Yeager, News 4, Positively Northwest.
Yeah, it's getting cold out tonight, isn't it?
Without a doubt, Christmas is a joyous time of year. Like the song says, it's the best time of the year. It is for most of us, but for some, those who've lost loved ones, this can be a very hard time of year indeed. It can be if you don't know Carleen Enneroth.
Look at Santa up in a sleigh. The toys thought differently. We've decided to stay. We're having too much fun here. They said it was a full-fledged toy revolt.
Coming on Christmas, they're cutting down trees, they're putting up reindeer and singing songs of joy and peace. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on.
Christmas is supposed to be a joyous time of year, but if someone close to you, like a husband or a wife, has died and you have to face it alone, it can be something to escape. It was that way for Carleen Enneroth.
Yeah, you want to crawl in a hole and pull the hole in after you, if you could do that, and if you could wake up about the 5th of January.
She knows what widows like Esther Zerbrug go through this time of year.
Santa's workshop's ready to begin here. Are you ready?
Esther was hit with the death of her husband and a stroke at the same time. She has no use of her left arm. Carleen wraps her gifts.
I figured we'll either put green or red bows on this.
Carleen knows what Esther is going through because she went through it herself 6 years ago. It was August 25th, 1982. She and her husband Greg were on vacation, water skiing.
He skied all over Hayden Lake and dropped off in the middle of the lake because from exhaustion, he had gone so far. Got in the boat, we took some Polaroid pictures, and he just kind of clutched at his chest, turned blue, and he was gone.
10 seconds after this picture was taken.
He was 31. And there's not a lot of people to talk to, and you can only talk to the walls so long.
So she started talking to others who'd lost loved ones and started writing them about what they were feeling. At first it was just a few letters, but now, here at her church's office, she writes to as many as 150 people a month, 12 times a year. But she's especially busy around Christmas.
How goes it these days? I was wondering if you were putting up any Christmas decorations around the house, maybe for the kids' sake? You're braver than I was if you are.
This letter is going out to Jackie Maravich, the widow of NBA basketball star Pistol Pete Maravich.
Love, prayers, and thoughts, Carleen.
But writing letters only goes so far. Soon, Carleen got to feeling that she liked to see in person some of the folks she'd been writing to. So she invited them over to the house. And so was born a support group called the Solitaires.
My nephew's coming home from school.
Once a month, these women who've lost their husbands gather here. Tonight, it's after attending a Christmas concert at the Spokane Opera House.
The lighting was just beautiful on them, I thought, you know.
Though Carleen has remarried, she still remembers life alone and Christmas alone.
Even though we stand alone, we can shine brilliantly and be attractive, like a diamond solitaire.
Our friends from California were laying on the ground laughing so hard.
Carleen says there is no brilliant agenda for the get-togethers, just love, the kind she remembers from that man who shared her dreams and then was gone.
And I often want to airmail a letter to heaven saying, did you see what happened now? Take a good arm.
What happened was, in the aftermath of tragedy, someone cared enough to open up her heart and warm a winter night and make a Christmas merry.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.
John Yeager, News 4, Positively Northwest.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
No one's dreaming of a brown Christmas. The hills south of town are just sprinkled with snow. The streets are glazed with the cold December rain, but the sounds of the season are there. Taped music blares from a drugstore speaker. Children reach out to touch a little Christmas magic, while here at the wood shop, Jay Waters is busy making magic of his own.
Looks good. Good.
Jay is busy making 24 doll cradles for local families who can't afford them as gifts this Christmas.
It touches me that I have to see people in this great country of ours with the amount of food that we produce, the amount of food that's wasted, that people are still suffering. And it touches me, so I want to do something about it.
So he and Ken Hastings are busy making toys, fixing bikes, and repairing toy race cars.
And that's going to be a great joy to me, to see some kid who thinks that he's not going to have any Christmas to have a Christmas.
Jay, who's 78, says he went without a lot of things when he was a kid, but went on to make his fortune manufacturing furniture in Southern California. For 26 years, he made all sorts of tables and chairs, supplying the finest stores in 11 western states. He moved to Chihuahua 9 years ago to slow down, but he's still here at the wood shop, filling the air, coating the jigs with sawdust. Though he is a man of means, his greatest joy is giving.
It's a self-fulfilling joy to know that you have made someone really happy.
Yes, the snow is just sprinkled, and brown sure isn't white, but there's magic in the air with the sounds of the season.
Well, I'm the head elf. I'm his helper, Santa's helper.
John Yeager, News 4, Positively Northwest.
The next story that you're about to see is very special to me, not just because it features my wife Beth and my daughter Katie, though that ought to be good enough, but because I think it captures the magic of the season, the magic that is Christmas on a silent night. And that's what we call it, Silent Night, Magic Night. We're going to leave you with it tonight. Merry Christmas.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads.